The night of March 9, 2025, will forever be etched in the annals of basketball history, as the night Shai Gilgeous-Alexander delivered a performance for the ages. In a highly anticipated matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets, Shai didn't just play. He dominated, he dazzled, and he dropped a staggering 40 points in a game that had fans on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The atmosphere in the arena was electric, the stakes were high, and Shai rose to the occasion in a way that only a true superstar can. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement, a reminder to the league that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not just one of the best young players in the NBA, but one of the best players, period. From the opening tip to the final buzzer, Shai was in complete control, orchestrating the Thunder's offense, with the poise of a seasoned veteran and the flair of a player who knows he's destined for greatness. The game started with the Nuggets coming out strong, as they often do, with their two-time MVP Nikola Jokic setting the tone early. Jokic, the maestro of the Nuggets offense, was his usual self, dishing out pinpoint passes and knocking down his signature floaters. Jamal Murray, too, was in fine form, hitting tough shots and keeping the Thunder's defense honest. But while the Nuggets were firing on all cylinders, the Thunder had an answer, and that answer was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. From the very first possession, it was clear that Shai was locked in. He came out aggressive, attacking the basket with a ferocity that left the Nuggets defenders scrambling. His first bucket came on a smooth drive to the rim, where he used his crafty handle to create just enough space to finish over Jokic. It was a sign of things to come, as Shai would go on to score in a variety of ways, showcasing his full offensive arsenal. As the first quarter progressed, Shai continued to impose his will on the game. He hit mid-range jumpers, knocked down threes, and got to the free throw line with ease. But it wasn't just his scoring that stood out, it was the way he controlled the pace of the game. Shai has always had a unique ability to slow the game down, even in the midst of chaos, and that was on full display against the Nuggets. He never seemed rushed, never seemed flustered. Every move was calculated, every decision deliberate. By the end of the first quarter, Shai had already racked up 12 points, and the Thunder held a slim lead over the Nuggets. But everyone in the building knew that this was just the beginning. The second quarter saw the Nuggets make their push. Jokic and Murray continued to lead the way, but it was Michael Porter Jr. who provided a spark off the bench. Porter, known for his scoring ability, hit a couple of tough shots to keep the Nuggets within striking distance. Meanwhile, the Thunder's supporting cast stepped up, with players like Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams making key contributions. But even as his teammates chipped in, Shai remained the focal point of the Thunder's offense. He continued to attack the basket, drawing fouls and getting to the line. His ability to draw contact and finish through it is one of the most underrated aspects of his game, and it was on full display against the Nuggets. By halftime, Shai had already amassed 22 points, and the Thunder held a narrow lead. But the game was far from over, and everyone knew that the second half would be a battle. The third quarter was where Shai truly took over. With the Nuggets making a concerted effort to cut into the Thunder's lead, Shai responded with one of the most impressive stretches of basketball you'll ever see. He started the quarter with a bang, hitting a step-back three-pointer over Murray. On the next possession, he drove to the basket, absorbed contact from Aaron Gordon, and finished with a tough and one. The crowd erupted, and the momentum was firmly on the Thunder's side. But Shai wasn't done. He followed that up with a series of mid-range jumpers, each one more difficult than the last. His ability to create his own shot is unparalleled, and he used every trick in the book to get open looks. Whether it was a hesitation dribble, a crossover, or a spin move, Shai had the Nuggets defenders guessing all night. By the time the third quarter ended, Shai had already surpassed the 30-point mark, and the Thunder had built a double-digit lead. But the Nuggets, as they always do, refused to go away quietly. Led by Jokic and Murray, they mounted a furious comeback in the fourth quarter. Jokic, in particular, was a force to be reckoned with, scoring at will and setting up his teammates for easy buckets. Murray, too, hit some big shots, including a deep three-pointer that cut the Thunder's lead to just 5 points with under 5 minutes to play. The tension in the arena was palpable, and it felt like the game was slipping away from the Thunder. But once again, Shai rose to the occasion. With the game on the line, he took over in a way that only the greats can. He hit a clutch mid-range jumper to extend the Thunder's lead, then followed it up with a driving layup through traffic. On the defensive end, he came up with a key steal, leading to a fast break dunk that brought the crowd to its feet. It was a sequence that encapsulated everything that makes Shai special: his scoring ability, his poise under pressure, and his willingness to do whatever it takes to win. As the clock wound down, the Nuggets continued to fight, but Shai's heroics proved to be too much. He hit a dagger three-pointer with just over a minute to play, effectively sealing the game for the Thunder. When the final buzzer sounded, Shai had finished with a game-high 40 points, along with 7 assists and 5 rebounds. It was a performance that left everyone in awe, from the fans in the arena to the analysts in the studio. Shai had not only carried his team to a crucial victory, but he had also solidified his status as one of the premier players in the league. The Thunder's win over the Nuggets was a statement victory, and Shai's 40-point masterpiece was the exclamation point. In the post-game interviews, Shai was as humble as ever, deflecting praise to his teammates and coaches. But everyone knew the truth. This was Shai's night. His performance against the Nuggets was a reminder of just how special he is, and it left fans and analysts alike wondering just how high his ceiling can be. At just 26 years old, Shai is already one of the best players in the NBA, and nights like this only serve to reinforce that fact. As the Thunder continue their push for the playoffs, they can take solace in knowing that they have a bona fide superstar leading the way. And if Shai continues to play at this level, there's no telling how far this team can go. The game against the Nuggets was more than just a regular season matchup. It was a showcase of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's brilliance. From his scoring prowess to his leadership on the court, Shai proved once again that he is a force to be reckoned with. As the NBA season continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is here to stay, and the league better be ready. Nights like March 9, 2025 are the kind of performances that define careers. And for Shai, this was just another chapter in what promises to be a legendary journey. The Thunder may have won the game, but the real winner was basketball itself, as fans were treated to a masterclass from one of the game's brightest stars. And as Shai walked off the court, the crowd chanting his name, it was impossible not to feel like we were witnessing the rise of a future Hall of Famer. The sky's the limit for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and if this game was any indication, the best is yet to come.